Hey, it's Nicky from Truth Group, where I help Australians like you secure the right property, the right finance, and the right strategy to build long-term wealth. Now let me ask you a question. What if you can generate 3 separate rental incomes, all from one single block of land? Sounds impossible? It's not. In fact, I've helped clients do exactly that using a smart strategy involving mixed-use properties and granny flats. Let me walk you through how this strategy works, what it costs, what you can earn, and why it's a powerful move, especially in today's market. Step 1. Buy a mixed-use property. Now what's that? It's a property that includes a commercial shop front and a residential dwelling behind or above it, all on one title. In areas like Campbelltown, which is in southwest Sydney, you can still pick up these types of properties at an entry-level price, somewhere between 1.1 to 1.5 million. Let's say you find a property that has a small street-facing shop, maybe previously used as a takeaway, barber or office, and behind that there's a 3-bedroom home. Already you've got 2 separate rental opportunities. Let's break that down. Rental income from the shop front. Commercial spaces in suburban areas rent anywhere from $600 to $800 per week, depending on the size and location, foot traffic and condition. Let's assume you lease it out at $700 per week. That's $36,400 a year, just from the shop. The 3-bedroom home behind it, you can rent that out for $550 to $650 per week. Let's call it $600 per week, which gives you another $31,200 a year. So with just those 2, you're already bringing in $67,600 annually. Step 2. Add a granny flat. Now this is where the strategy becomes truly powerful. If the block has enough depth, which many of these mixed-use sites do, you could build a 2-bedroom granny flat at the rear. Construction costs, roughly $250,000, depending on inclusions and site conditions. Now that granny flat becomes your 3rd rental stream. In Western Sydney, 2-bedders like this rent between $500 to $700 per week. Let's stick with a conservative estimate of $600 per week, which equals to $31,200 per year. Step 3. Let's look at the total investment. Here's what your numbers might look like. Purchase price, mixed use 1.1. Granny flat built cost $250,000. Total investment $1,350,000. And your combined rental income for the shop, residence and granny flat. Shop front $36,400, residence rental $31,200, granny flat rental $31,200. Total rental income $98,800. Step 4. Calculate your rental yield. Now let's calculate gross rental yield, which is simple. Annual rent divided by total investments times 100. So that's $98,800 divided by $1,350,000 times 100 equals 7.32% annual yield. That's a 7.32% yield, which is excellent, especially in Sydney metro areas where residential yields alone often sit around 3 to 4%. But the yield is only part of the picture. Step 5. Why this strategy works. Let me explain why this is such a clever move. Multiple income streams. 3 different rental sources means you're not reliant on one tenant. If one leaves, you still have the income coming in from the other 2. Better cash flow. With close to $100,000 a year in rental income, this setup could potentially cover the mortgage and then some, especially with the right loan structure. Faster capital growth. Mixed-use properties and dual occupancy sites often appreciate faster because they're more versatile and appeal to both investors and developers. Flexible exit options. You can sell the property later as one whole investment or subdivide, depending on zoning, and sell components separately, maximizing capital return. Where can you find these deals? In southwest Sydney, places like Campbelltown, Bankstown and Fairfield, you're looking at $900,000 to $1.3 million for these mixed-use sites. In northwest Sydney, such as Riverstone, Blacktown or Scholefields, entry prices start at $1 million to $1.4 million, especially in areas with rezoning potential. The key is knowing where to look, what to build, and how to structure your finance. How I can help you do this. Now I know it sounds like a lot to take on, but that's where I come in. Here's what I help my clients with: loan assistance and pre-approval. I calculate your borrowing power and serviceability, compare loan products from over 40 lenders, find options with offsets, interest-only periods, or low doc solutions if needed. Property search and strategy. I research suburbs with zoning flexibility, real opportunities, not sales gimmicks. I negotiate with agents or bid on your behalf at auction. Granite flat build coordination. I'll help you get quotes from trusted builders, manage timelines, approvals and compliance, renting it out. I can connect you with quality property managers to maximize your returns. Ensure all three incomes are managed professionally. Why work with me? I'm Nick from Truth Group. I'm not just a mortgage broker, I'm also a property strategist and buyer's agent. When you work with me, you get one-on-one support, no call centers or passing the buck, tailored finance advice that matches your strategy, access to property and deals that regular buyers often miss, and a plan to build long-term wealth, not just buy a house. Let's talk. If you're serious about investing and you want to explore the 3-income strategy for your next move, then reach out today. You can book a discovery call with me at truthgroup.com.au or message me directly. Let's work together and turn one block of land into 3 powerful income streams. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.